Back in October, the Jaguars lost their first game against the Titans. Can Tennessee finish the sweep? The answer comes your way next.
Just off the east bank of the Cumberland River and across the water from the Tennessee State Capitol Stadium in Nashville. Today, it's a good matchup in the AFC South between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Tennessee Titans. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be taken out by the product of the University of Louisville, the talented Teddy Bridgewater.
I've always loved Teddy Bridgewater. A lot of people have underrated him throughout his career. Remember, this is a guy who's battled back from a horrendous knee injury to find his way back as a starter in this league. More than capable right arm, tremendous leader. This guy knows how to make plays in the clutch.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A check-in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 21 carries, 94 yards, and a score.
And when you put the ball in the end zone 13 times on the season, one thing is apparent. You didn't do it all on your own. Offensive line is creating some nice space for you, and you're probably getting some good blocks downfield from your wide receivers.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. Touchdown, Jaguars. Albert O, 76 yards. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Watson off play action. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. That'll be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Jacksonville offense on their way out again as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games? Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
He gets it forward for 4, maybe 5, but the flags fly. And this one could be coming back. That hold coming coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Throwing is Bridgewater. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
After the interception, here's Watson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there. 43 yards. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. Charles, he lost a fumble last week as well, so now back-to-back weeks, maybe you expect that from your tailback, but not him.
You're exactly right, because you work a lot with your running backs about how they have to protect the ball in traffic. But downfield, in open space, that's dangerous as well, because you may make someone miss, and their flailing hand can knock the ball away if you don't tuck it away.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson eluding the pressure right. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. Titans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and it's now 21-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. Now Bridgewater. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. These two teams met in Nashville earlier in the year with the Titans coming away victorious. So a win here in Nashville would give them the season series. From the 30 on 2nd down, Bridgewater, his throw incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Bridgewater. He finds Robinson. No gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not one bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
And taken right on the 30. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Titan football. Deshaun Watson making his way back out. The focus of our players' spotlight. And it's safe to say he has... Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
This is Smith with a grab. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That last throw moves him past 27,989 yards for his career. So that means he moves ahead of the blonde bomber, Terry Bradshaw, on the all-time list.
And boy, he loved to throw it downfield, didn't he? That's why he was the blonde bomber. Remember, he'd throw it downfield to John Stallworth and Lynn Swann. It was gorgeous. Big throws, big plays. Terry Bradshaw.
Steps away to his left. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game, and the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
so
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril. Yeah,
we saw the result, negative yardage. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at the... So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, it's team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all.
Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And the Titans are able to add on to their first half lead. Sly on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's Chris Claybrooks to return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Getting set to go again here, Teddy Bridgewater coming back onto the field. And how does he rally the troops, so to speak? He's played well, but they're down big on the scoreboard. How does he get his guys going?
To make sure they understand it's not a me game, it's a team game. Everyone has to come together. Everyone has to up the level of play a little bit, including himself, and find a way to make some plays in order to give them a little bit of a spark and rally the team.
We'll see if they can indeed rally down big on the scoreboard right now. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Bridgewater. Looking downfield for Godwin. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Not much there, only a yard. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. From the gun, Bridgewater. Man open, here is Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Let's go! Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Bridgewater now looking to throw on 3rd. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Bridgewater looking to stop for Woods, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. There he goes left side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. The extra point by Sly is up and good, and a rout is on here in this first half. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Claybrooks to return it. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your...
Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. So that one will be accepted. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. To throw is Bridgewater. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Jeffrey Simmons. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Deshaun Watson making his way back out, the focus of our players' spotlight. And he's been magnificent as we start to roll on all these touchdown passes he's had so far. It's been fun to watch.
It's been almost poetic, hasn't it? Captain, my captain. And this captain is playing so well and leading his team. As you mentioned, the great number of touchdown passes. He's looking really, really sharp.
Now maybe he just wants to add to that total, right?
And why not? More the merrier.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Faking the give. Now Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Watson. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Taylor Rapp with a pick, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll run on first down. Robinson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And a dump off here to Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Titans. Past the 20. And they're going to bring this one back. A fumble return touchdown for the Titans. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. And this is going to be caught. I'm not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. And, boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
James Robinson and the rest of the Jags offense set to go to work once more. Looking for a bounce back. Had the fumble a moment ago that went for a touchdown the other direction. See if he can get back in rhythm.
And you have to be very careful about having too quick of a hook with really good players. I did a guy's game in high school where he fumbled 3 times in the first quarter, finished with over 300 yards on the night, later ended up in the NFL. If you've got a talented back, give it back to him.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Bridgewater on 3rd and 2. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the 3rd time. Dante Jackson picks it. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Jeff Smith in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans would extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Sly is up and good. That will extend this big lead. So just 8 ticks remaining here in the first half as they'll kick this one away. Clay Brooks to return it. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've come upon halftime here, and there you have it. Halftime quickly over. 3rd quarter, here we go. Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. From the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Titans getting set to go here to begin the 3rd quarter. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnover.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Throwing on 2nd and long. Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Oh, wide open, complete. A big connection on that one. 33 yards.
They came out with an aggressive mindset.
And now the red flag out on the field. We'll have a challenge for So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, and these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A great play there. There to make the grab. And the Titans take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead will swell by 1 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play that time on the catch and run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run it now with Robinson. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Third quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Bridgewater to throw it. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who could turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jeffrey Simmons, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big connection on that one. 37 yards.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He's going to go up top again. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A big play that time for the Titans. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Watson. Buying time to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. 2nd 10 coming up here in Nashville. Third quarter action. To the air yet again. Watson flushed out right. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. Watson now to throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Devon Hamilton coming right up the for a loss of 9. Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now
and it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. Juwan Johnson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Titans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. Looking to throw again on second down. Bridgewater looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. That's complete. Akure Bunam. And he goes out right around the 39.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in this.
Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. They get him that time thanks to the safe. As he sank for a loss of 4. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Throwing is Bridgewater. And that is incomplete here.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 14. That'll be caught right side. Chenault with it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 41-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the...
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Laviska Shenault, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jags get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Extra point splits the uprights as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Tennessee offense making their way out onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. Watson off play action. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Smith. Touchdown, Titans. Jeff Smith, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Titans extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Clay Brooks to return it. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Tennessee offense set to go again. And they hope to polish things off, and what a run they are on as they try to turn a 6-game win streak into a 7-game win streak. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 46. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. This is Smith with a grab. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they've wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
Clay Brooks to return it. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Bridgewater. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's Jamie Gillen now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for the Titans.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away, and frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. And Watson's going to throw it here. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Clay Brooks to return it. And he returns this to the 22.
The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
that's all that's left.
And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another try after the first down sack. Bridgewater. Incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This is caught. It's Woods. The 40. 20. 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Personal foul.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point right down the middle as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively.
And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Throwing now, Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5. And it was the visiting Titans who were victorious in that one. So now they'll look for the sweep here back home in Nashville.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. He's going to take another shot here. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A big play that time for the Titans. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Clay Brooks to return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. and never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again, and who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And some room to maneuver. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. From the gun, Bridgewater. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Titans will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. They certainly made quick work of that. Ultra quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see. Just one play resulting in the touchdown. Clay Brooks to return it. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And got his man complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. One last shot now for Bridgewater. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. A flag down. Let's see if this will stand.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they will go ahead and obviously decline the pass interference, and the touchdown will stand. The extra point is good, but it only impacts the final score as this game comes to a close. Well, on the one side, if you try to take